What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Play of WWE 2K17, my career mode. Fighting Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown, the most SmackDown of SmackDown matches. And so I welcome you to this fine Friday, whether you are a long-time subscriber or one of the many new subscribers here on this channel each and every damn day. Welcome to the show. If you're not familiar, this is episode 165. Been doing this for a little while. And the biggest piece of advice, if you are new to the channel, and perhaps you're only here to watch Perplexing Pixels, that's fine. There's a new episode of that today. But some of y'all watch this show. That's great. I love you. But if you're new here, my biggest word of advice, don't take this show that seriously. I'm pretty much here to talk wrestling for 10, 15 minutes a day. And, spitball things here and there. It's not, like, if you're looking for a high-level gameplay out of this show, perhaps you took a wrong turn somewhere. Because that's kind of not what it's ever been about. It's me wanting to discuss wrestling news, in a video game context, basically. Whether it be this game, or any of the old games, or, whatever. That's kind of what I do here. So, just, chill out, hang out, and if not, whatever. It's cool. Plenty of other videos on this channel if you want to stick around. I do all kinds of stuff. Even if most folks only watch the wrestling stuff. That's fine, It is what it is. But man, yeah, some people get real heated when, I'm not playing this at like a super high level. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, first of all, if you're playing video games at a super high level, you're not constantly trying to coherently make thoughts vocally. That's not how it works. Believe me. If I'm playing games here myself, not on camera, seriously, I'm not constantly talking. No. Come on now. That should be common sense, but, it's, I guess not. Anyway, with that nonsense out of the way, that I felt the need to, at least, address it in some fashion. Not that it really matters, but sometimes I forget that, yeah, a lot of you guys are here every day in the comments or, on Twitter watching this show every day, and you've watched the past, 160 plus episodes, and that's great, that's awesome, but every day there's new subs, so this might be someone's first episode, and I say, welcome, I'm here to discuss wrestling news, and occasionally lose matches, but hopefully not today. But for the most part, I play on normal. My dude is rated springboard. Oh, he missed the forearm. My dude is rated 100, and playing the game at a high level is not really what this show is about. So let's get into what this show is about, and that is wrestling news. So yesterday, I discussed the unfortunate inevitability of 3 hours of David Otunga every single Monday night. And it looks like we have been granted a reprieve from that. Because he is filming a movie. And therefore, will be gone, zigzag, for 6 weeks. So, it will be Michael Cole and Corey Graves and somebody else for 6 weeks. And, the .com site was like, well, we're not sure who it's going to be yet. So I guess we'll find out on Monday, or we'll find out at some point in the near future. Nice, Dolph. Nice heel kick to the face. And yeah, so I seriously doubt, even though they have signed Jim Ross to a 2-year deal, I do not think they will have 6 weeks of Jim Ross only to remove him and replace him with David Otunga. I think the fans would lose their shit if that happened. Don't just give us back Jim Ross for a month and a half and then not have him. That would be catastrophic for, that kind of thing. In any event, you don't really want both Cole and JR because both those guys are doing play-by-play. You want to have, one guy doing that and one guy doing color commentary. That's kind of, the magic formula. And when you have two guys who do play-by-play, it's not as good. All I'm saying. Slug. Splouter. Going to the top. Going for that 630. 630. Slug sent on. In perfect position. That was plenty of finishers, Dolph. Please eat this pinfall. Yeah. Oh boy. I beat Dolph Ziggler again. And even though I totally lost that Dolph Ziggler feud that I got put into by Paul Heyman for seemingly no reason, because Dolph at the time was not in the IC title rankings, that's a whole different story. Just not even going to get into that nonsense because it was a gigantic waste of my time on this show. Eat it, yeah. I'll never understand get hit by a foreign object during your match. If you're fighting a face, they're never gonna do it. I feel like these constant Dean Ambrose matches should have cutscenes, and they don't, because the game thinks I'm feuding with John Cena, which I'm not, which I'd like to be, but I'm not. So it's just not giving me any rivalry cutscenes with Dean Ambrose, because they're like, no, well, you're fighting him, I mean, he's in a little box as your rival, but we think it's John Cena, even though you can't actually interact with John Cena. And that shit is, you know, watch it, ref. Watch it, ref. Boom. That shit is broken, which is, missed that by a mile. Good job, Sin Cara. So, speaking of WWE.com, their kayfabe storyline update for Mr. Roman Reigns and his injury suffered by the amazing attack from Braun Strowman on Raw, this past week, is that he has internal injuries, he has cracked ribs, and he has a separated shoulder. Now, certainly, one could buy the first two of that equation, but separated shoulder is a bit more serious, considering that when Wade Barrett had a separated shoulder, he was out 5-6 months, not just, you know, a week or two, which is most likely the case because you want to have that match with Roman and Braun at Payback, which is end of the month, so that's kind of, you know, serious. And, like, even Finn Balor, who literally separated his shoulder, or had it pop out of the socket in that match at SummerSlam, was out for a while. So, having your kayfabe storyline injury be a separated shoulder seems kind of, you know, annoying, because we know it's not the case. Like, if he was actually injured, that'd be a, you know, a whole different ballgame. But it's all part of trying to sell the storyline. Now, speaking of that storyline, man, how much do I want that next week we have an interview with Roman Reigns from the hospital, and in the middle of it, it's just, I'm still not done with you, and then proceeds to beat him up in the hospital. Would be so fucking cool, and I hope they go that route. I really, really do. Because just have it constantly escalate of Braun just not being done with Roman Reigns would be so good. But again, if you actually want to pay it off, you gotta have Braun win at Payback. And you can do it kayfabe by saying, okay, well, obviously, Roman Reigns is too injured to win that match. He has the heart and the guts and the, you know, etc., but he didn't get the win because he was hurt. And if you aren't going in 100% against Braun Strowman, you aren't going to win. That's kind of, you know, the story that you can easily tell in that match. And I hope they do. I really, really hope they do. Because having Braun do all that and then still lose would be really dumb booking. Speaking of really dumb booking, I am just botching this Dean Ambrose match because he's just, you know, he's Dean Ambrose. He's unpredictable. He's a lunatic, and he doesn't know which side I'm supposed to be on here before he drops the elbow on the leg. Boom. Don't make me roll you up, Dean Ambrose. That is my secret, not so secret, weapon here. But I think if I hit one more Slug Sploder, that might be a good way to end this here match. Counter, ref. There we go. In position for once. No! He didn't do it. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're at 4 stars. I'll pick you up, Dean, and I'll hit you with a dirty deeds again. And pin you again. Don't think I won't. 1, 2. Alright. At least that is over. And that runs us into SmackDown, where I am apparently fighting Eminem, it looks like. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Yup, sure is. And the last bit of news that I saw was that it seems like the Superstar Shakeup, or at least parts of the Superstar Shakeup this week, were all decided fairly last minute, which is interesting. And I'm like, that's, not entirely unheard of in this company. Really? You're gonna... Alright. Alright, sure. Sure, Slim Shady, sure. Not entirely unheard of, but obviously, with the Superstar Shakeup and, the current feuds and whatever else, there do feel like there's some weird, unresolved loopholes in feuds and stuff. Like, for example, I guess the most... What the hell? What the hell? The most glaring of those loopholes would be the fact that Kevin Owens, the reason he went after Chris Jericho at WrestleMania for the U.S. title was because he said he has a guaranteed rematch clause for the Universal title, which is all well and good, but he's not on Raw anymore. Now, theoretically, you could use that, if you really wanted to get that belt to SmackDown, and then have Bray Wyatt win at Payback and bring that belt to Raw, if you really wanted to change those belts. But that's the red belt. That's the Raw belt. I don't think that belt's going to change brands. That'd be weird. So, in any event, perhaps when Kevin Owens gets drafted back to Raw next year, if they do that, if that happens, then perhaps we'll have a case where he's like, you know what? Guess what? Last year, I told you I have a guaranteed rematch, and I'm going to take it. Because honestly, if he had it right now, like, you just can't envision him beating Brock Lesnar. I just don't see it happening. So, Stunner to Slim Shady. By God. Yeah, that's definitely an outfit there, Slim. Definitely an outfit and a half. Yeah, so it does, I don't know. It seems like there's some weird loose ends on that stuff, and it seems like perhaps that was not as planned as F5. His finisher is the F5. Okay. It's a good finisher. Wait, so he reversed a pinfall? Like, I literally held circle to pin him, and he hit a reversal. I didn't know you could reverse a pinfall. Or perhaps I was doing a thing wrong. I don't know. That's always a possibility with me on this show, is that I did a thing wrong, or hit a button wrong, or the game reacted wrong. That's also... Nice power slam. Also a distinct possibility. Wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last. As I said, just, don't take this show so seriously. It's not a serious show. Like, just because I'm terrible at cracking jokes doesn't mean this is a serious show. Anyhow, boom! Basement drop kick. Going to the top. I don't know if he has a catching finisher. We'll find out real soon. Woo! If he did, he didn't hit it. And again, like, I don't know which characters have catching finishers outside of the ones that have already done them to me. Like, that's... I try and think, okay, Undertaker totally caught me and hit me with a catching finisher, so don't do a finisher to him. Don't do a mid-air move to him when he has a finisher, because that's a bad idea. It just is. And 3 count? No. And he didn't use the finisher to kick out, which is shocking. Let's hit him with an F5 again. F5 to Eminem, by God! Don't you do it! He's a celebrity, don't you do it! 1, 2, 3. And there we go. The end of another day on this show where I am still not at rank 3. And will rank 3 ever happen? That is the true mystery. Again, I want to get out of this Dean Ambrose feud, break up my tag team, and see if that fixes the problem. Because it's just been kind of broken ever since I got put into that Dolph Ziggler feud Just like I had my stuff just kind of stall out, and that's whatever. Anyhow, I'm done. That wraps up today's adventures. John Cena's still real mad. Dean Ambrose still wants another match, even though I have 100 points in this damn rivalry and no cutscenes. This game's real broken. Maybe I should stop playing it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.